Yo, mic check, mic check, mic check. I'm good. I'm in the red.
Mic check, mic check, mic check. I came in the door. I said it before. I never let the mic magnetize me no more. You should never let me out the house.
Don't take long. Welcome to another rendition episode of OTM Out the Mud podcast. Again, always appreciative of the support, consistent support, all my old followers, all my new followers. Make sure you always like, subscribe, make sure you show love, you repost. We on all social media platforms, Instagram, out.the.mud podcast. We on YouTube, Out the Mud Podcast, TikTok, Out the Mud Podcast, Spotify, Out the Mud Podcast, Apple Music, Out the Mud Podcast. We about to be on CSNBC, Out the Mud Podcast. We just trying to take this thing over, man. Again, you can follow my personal page, OTM_Coach B, for all the personal content. But, again, I just want to start by saying that this podcast, the origination of this podcast is to be the voice of the people, the voice of the voiceless. And the main reason why I started this, and for y'all to know, the people that have been paying attention, is that it's a lot of people out there, a lot of good people out there that don't get their story told. You know, people kind of look over them because of maybe it's just not the right situation. They don't got the blue check, yada, yada, yada. We all know how that goes. We're not about to go into all that. But I will say that this is for anybody. This is specific episode is for anybody that has been consistent, has paid it forward, and has appreciated the hardships. Because I'm here with somebody who not only has been a good brother to me, but to a lot of people. And I'm super thankful to allow that he allowed me to be able to do this, to give him his flowers while he can still smell them. Because as a young African American, we don't really, we on a pitch count.
Right.
We on a pitch count. You know what I'm saying? Pitch count meaning that at any given time, our time could be up.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We always see it, people getting laid down every day.
Absolutely.
But man, I'm super thankful just for the honor to be in the same room with this guy. I mean, we're talking about somebody that I grew up with pretty much. I ain't gonna say sandbox, but I will say that, he don't even know this, but I'm gonna say it now, is that has been a significant piece of the puzzle in my life from a friendship standpoint, a brother standpoint, consistent standpoint.
Right.
Met him in 2008, 2009. We both went to the same high school. Shout out to the Yellow Jackets in Newark. NHS, we in the building. And from the time I stepped in high school, never once showed me any sort of cold shoulder disrespect. Was always an extended hand when I needed one. Even if it was just seeing me passing in the hallway, gave me love, always showed love, and was consistent about it. And that's rare. And we're talking 2010. 2010, it's 2023.
Damn.
And we're still sitting here right now, 13 years later, having a conversation. That's rare.
That's rare.
And it's rare people that I can say that have been that way towards me consistently in my life. For those who are going to watch this, no disrespect to y'all, the ones that I used to kick it with. You know what I'm saying? I salute everybody. If I see y'all, it's always going to be love for me. But it's super rare to be able to not only be genuine, but be genuine to different parties and different people. Because I ain't gonna lie, my high school career was very up and down. Right. And for the fact that you was able to consistently show love to me, even when a lot of people didn't.
Yeah.
And especially upperclassmen, being I was an underclassman.
Yeah.
That to me was like that was warming to me. That was warming to my heart. So I just want to give a huge shout out to you, give you your flowers. I'm here with the media mogul, the hooper,
absolutely,
extraordinaire,
yeah, absolutely,
the fashion philanthropist, the rapper, the artist, the man formerly known as Raymar Wescott, my brother.
Oh my God.
What's up, baby? How you doing, King? Was that cool, love intro?
That was cool.
Should I run it back? Yeah, did I miss?
Nah, that was cool. We'll put that on my
Did I miss anything?
We'll do my intro.
I just got to make sure I get everything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You only get one intro. When that light come on, you got to go.
That's what it's all about, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Nah, man. It's all love, bro. I appreciate you for just coming on, man. I mean, you the first live episode of the new season, season 2.
I'm honored.
I'm honored to have you on, bro. Like, what's up with you, though? How's everything going?
I'm blessed, brother. Like I mentioned to you a little before, it's all about the mindset. Your perception is wrong, shit, your life is probably wrong for the most part. Me and you can experience the same thing. If my perception is wrong, it's going to seem worse to me. So my mind is in the right place. So mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and physically, I'm healthy. I'm in the right space, and I'm grateful for that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at, man. And then, like, when your mind is clear, like, God can blend the blessings that he need to drop on you. You know what I mean? So, yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
So I gotta ask you a question because again, I when I started off by saying like the consistency piece of it, like I think that's the rarest thing somebody can have.
Right.
That's the rarest attribute somebody can have.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Bro, I've known you since 2010.
Yeah. Right, a little before that too.
Yeah, a little before that. And like you just continuously are you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like where does that come from? Where did you get that from?
I think my mom and pop, you hear your parents say always be you, right? My mom and dad told me that a lot, like growing up. And then as I became my own person and my own man and shit like that, it was just like a lot of like the world is going to constantly change. And then like things that's classic, it always remain. You know what I'm saying? So be who you are. And I got a lot of brothers and sisters. So I grew up 7 brothers, 4 sisters. Dang. Yep. Same household, 4-bedroom crib. We shared everything, slept head and foot. You know what I'm saying? So the only way I know how to treat my friends is to treat them like my brothers. So when I see you in passing, I see whoever, you know what I mean? I can only treat you like a brother unless you're appreciative of the love, and I take it. You know what I'm saying? But if you're receptive to it, I continue to give it. That's the only way I know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's the only way that's how they taught me. You know what I'm saying?
So hold on. So 7 brothers, 4 sisters.
Mm-hmm.
You was where?
I was one of the babies. I got one younger brother who
right,
and I got one younger sister.
Shout out Ray Son.
Yeah, shout out to my baby Ray Son. I love you, boy.
Thanks.
And I got a younger sister, and everybody else older than me. So I was one of the babies, man.
Damn. So like, y'all was all in the house together?
All in the house together. Yeah. Like, so my older siblings, they would try life. You know what I mean? Go out, get their own spot. Sometimes it didn't work out. They moved back in the crib. So the crib, it was constantly 15 to 20 people in the crib. It was a beautiful thing though. I learned so much just being in the household. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful, bro. I learned so much, so it really comes from the love that's in me. It comes from my family, like, cause no matter what's going on the outside of that door, like in here we got each other. Out there we got each other. Nothing can rattle that, no matter what's going on. You dig? So
that's a fact.
Yeah, shout out to my mom and my dad and my brothers and my sisters. You know what I'm saying? Look, all of our initials are RAW.
For real?
All of our initials are RAW, and I got like over 40 nieces and nephews. All their initials is RAW as well. Whole tribe of us, baby.
So Christmases used to be some bullshit.
Oh, Christmases used to be crazy. Crazy. Like, you'll find a spot, I'm going to toss the gifts. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, bro. It was.
Who got the most gifts?
They tried to balance it out. I personally think I'm the favorite, but they tried to balance it out. You did. I ain't mad at them.
Damn. So like, what was the, like you said, mom, pops.
Mm-hmm.
They what was pops doing? What was
Pops was he was a truck driver. He was a truck driver. He was growing up. He was really strict because he had to be. It's a lot of people you gotta take to account. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, look, whatever you want to do, you gotta do it all the way. Ain't no half stepping. You want to play ball, then I'm gonna make sure you play ball. You gonna get up. You gonna train. You gonna do whatever.
Right.
Brothers was the same way. It's like, you gonna hoop. We're going to make sure that you hoop. We're going to, get you up. We're going to challenge you the most. You know what I mean? So, and that's what they did. But most importantly, what they all did was they believed in me. If I told them I wanted to be the president of the world, they would push me towards that.
Wow.
If I wanted to be a hooper, they pushed me towards that. If I told them I wanted to be a scientist, they pushed me towards that. Like, they supported whatever I fully believed in. And that's as a black man, a black king.
Right.
If your kingdom believes in you, you'll probably have the greatest kingdom ever. You know what I'm saying? As long as you remain focused, you dig? So that's what they taught me, man.
Was there any like low points? Meaning, like, obviously you got a big family, so you got to deal with, one over the other, and you said you're the favorite and all that.
Yeah.
Like, was there any moments where, you were tested early?
Absolutely. I've been making life decisions since before I got in high school. I actually, I left the crib. I left my pop crib when I was 13. And I went to live in the city. Like, I was always back and forth in the city, but I went to live in the city for good when I was 13. So 13 up until all through high school, like, I was just pretty much living with my aunt.
Oh, you live with John too?
Yeah, it was a different.
Shout out to aunties.
Yeah, shout out to Aunt Missy. I love you, baby. I love you.
They gonna take you in.
She was thorough, man. My aunt was a thug. She was like, look.
That was your mom's sister or your dad's?
It was my mom's sister.
Okay.
Thug. She was like, yo. She was like, don't, like, stay out of trouble and don't get nobody pregnant. When I get over, I was like, man, I ain't got no other rules. I gotta be home at a specific time. She said, you know what time you got school?
Yeah.
And she did her thing. She hustled. You know what I'm saying? She did whatever she had to do, and that was it, man. It was a total different environment. I went from my pop is a pastor, or he was a pastor. He's not a pastor anymore.
Oh, okay.
So I went from a Christian household to a free spirited household. And she's like, you can do whatever it is you want to do, like, long as you still doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
I'm like, shit, I could do that. At the time, all I wanted to do was play ball and chase girls anyway. So I'm like, all right, I could do that. You know what I mean? So it was a culture shock, bro. I'm coming home, it's like Coke on the table. Like, I come in, drop my book back, all like, hey, I miss it. She's like, hey, how you doing, baby? I'm just like, it's Coke on the table. But I'm good. I'm about to go back outside. All right, go ahead, be careful. That's what it is. You know what I mean? It's a total different environment. You know what I mean? So, like, going to school was almost I did this song, and I had said school kept me in line because I lack borders, so I was saved by the bell like I'm Zach Morris. You know what I'm saying?
Say that again. School kept me in line and kept me out the borders.
Yeah, school kept me in line because I lack borders. I was saved by the bell like I'm Zach Morris. Yeah, so, and
shout out to Saved by the Bell.
That's
definitely why I Saved by the Bell.
Definitely why I Saved by the Bell. You know what I mean? And that's what
shout out to Slater.
Yes.
That was my favorite.
Yeah, Slater was my dad. I fuck with Slater. I fuck with Slater, but that's what it was about. Like, she taught me to hustle, but, like, still stay focused, man. Don't worry about all the stuff that's around you.
So then, like, with that, right? Because I share a similar same situation. Like, I didn't have brothers and sisters, but I had a lot of cousins, and in doing that, like, yeah, like you said, you got to kind of be a man early, and you made a decision to leave the crib.
Yeah, left the crib.
Like, at that moment, like, when you look at it, because how old are you now?
I'm 32. I just turned 32.
Okay. When was your birthday?
February 4th.
Oh, happy belated,
Thank
my
you, my brother. Thank you, my brother.
Was that at our hill?
Yeah.
Or was that last year?
That was last year. Was
I gotta come. Damn, we got link up later. We definitely got later. But like, when you made that decision back then, when you look at it back then, what would you tell yourself? Like, you made the right decision, or do you feel like it was impulse?
All right, no, I think that. So I've always been like a deep thinker. Like, I always see shit for like more than what it was. And I think the reason why I say that is because I think my father and my relationship, it brought us a lot closer than even though I was 13, but my comprehension level was always high. I always had an old soul. So, and even though I'm on the tail end of those 12, I'm like, Dad, like, you know what I mean? Like, I know how you raised everybody else. I see that. I'm telling you, I'm different from my brothers and my sisters. So you can't necessarily, but you think I'm a child. And my dad had every right to be like, man, you're a child. Like, I don't want to hear that. I'm like, all right, Dad, I'm trying to tell you, it's different. Like, it's really different.
Where did that come from? That came from your mom, or
it might have just been my spirit, man.
Wow.
And what I learned then, I was like, if something really bothers my spirit, I can't go against it. You know what I mean? Like, so it wasn't impulse because it was thought out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't thought out. Like, when I left, I didn't plan to leave for good. I just wanted to get a breath of fresh air. But then, like, growing up, I didn't know that. I did know, but I didn't know that I was a leader to that extent. So once I left with two brothers above me, they were like, all right, so what you want to do? I'm like, what you mean? It's like where you want to go? I'm just like, I ain't think that far. Well, where you want to go? So they're giving me the dominion to make my decisions. And from that point on, I began to make those decisions. And since my spirit was always in the right place, for the most part, it always worked out.
So you got like this old soul. You damn sure got a very old soul, but I do too, and I think that's honestly like, almost like no funny. Like I think that is why we like us and a lot of people that I associate with, we just connect so well because like we think differently. We think beyond our age.
Agreed. I agree with that.
You the first dude that I seen. I think I'm trying to figure out. I was thinking about this earlier. Either you or Damir. I know, not Mir that ran track with a ponytail. Yeah. The other Damir.
Shout out to Mir.
Yeah, shout out to Mir. I was thinking about this earlier, but you might be the first boy I ever seen dunk in person. So like you mentioned hooping.
Yeah,
when did that happen? Because I'm gonna tell y'all right now, my man over here, trampoline, jump out the fucking gym, jump out the gym. Like I know I'm in that family. Jump out the gym. I've seen him in person. I dare anybody to stand in the there.
Yeah, it's going down still.
So I know I peeped. Like I used to be in the gym.
Yeah,
like right then. Like it used to be a movie. I'm talking about like layup line. When did hooping come into play?
Dog, my whole family hoop. Pop hoop. My mom shot around a little bit. All my brothers hoop. All of them was all talented. Like I remember growing up, I first dunked the ball. I was like 13, bro. I was probably like 5'6", 5'7", or something like that.
On like a regulation rim.
Yeah, 10. Nah, it was a 10-foot rim, bro.
Damn, I believe it.
Yeah, like, I remember like it was yesterday. It was the court on Barksdale Road. My brother, I was on a fast break. I went to lay it up. My brother was like, "Yo, your hand was like a butter rim." I'm like, man, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? They all older than me anyway, so I wasn't thinking about
lay it up.
Yeah,
it was like, oh shit.
It's like, nah, this ain't no, bro. Like you can dunk it. We stopped the game. I tried to dunk. I tried like 10 times. I missed horribly. Right? And it's like, yeah, you can't do it. Let's just keep hooping. I said, hold on, let's try one more time. I go up, rim grazer. Well, this just. I said, oh, okay. I done tapped into something else. Nigga about to go Super Saiyan. Yeah. Like, it was something different, bro. But my brothers,
all kinds of bruises on your wrist.
This forearm. I was getting all this up. You know what I'm saying? Trying to kill everything, bro. I'm trying to take every rim with me.
Damn. So 13, 10, it was a 10-foot rim?
Yeah, 10-foot rim, bro.
So when did this, like, when you start playing organized ball?
It was kind of like middle school, but mainly high school, for real.
Oh, you started in high school?
Yeah, well, organized ball. I went to the Boys and Girls Club and stuff like that, too. But, like, AAU and all that shit, that shit started until high school, for real. I still remember the day I tried out. Like, my oldest brother, well, not my oldest brother, the brother above me, Sean, shout out to my brother Sean. He was a senior, I was a freshman. It was the first day. We had conditioning first. You know, you got to go through conditioning. But that wasn't nothing at the time. I was playing basketball every day. He rolled the balls out. He was like, all right. So I remember my brother Uper get this block. He saved the ball, bro. I'm on a fast break. I catch this joint. He throw it to me I catch it. I take off damn near the free throw line. Coach Ben was like, he said, all right, Wescott, I just see you at practice. Just go and get on out of here. I was just like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even start sweating yet. Just picked my shit up and I just left.
So you made the team?
Yeah, absolutely. Me and my brother made the team. Just left freshman year.
You was a 2 or a 3?
I was a 3 essentially. And then like once, like a couple people, when I was a freshman and a sophomore, and then by the time I became like a senior or whatever, they had me playing like center or power forward center towards the end. But I was a 3.
Okay, yeah, because I'm like, I remember them Newark teams, bro. Like I always go back to Newark. Think about the old times, but I remember them Newark teams. I mean, you, Greg Benjamin, Housey, like I know Priv, Don Perry. Shout out to Don Perry. Shout out to Priv.
Shout out to all them
House, all y'all. Like y'all used to be like, and I'm coming in as I'm young boy, freshman. And y'all, I'm looking at y'all like, God damn, like Housey like 6. Well, how tall was I?
He like 6'3". 6'4".
But see, I'm like 5'11" at this point. So I'm even taller. Y'all are grown as shit. I'm like, y'all the best drivers in there. I'm like, y'all old as shit. Because like that's the crazy part about Newark, bro. I think about it to this day, like that time, I would say from 2008 to like 2011. I ain't even gonna count 2012 because I was gone.
Yeah, like,
bro, it was almost like a little college, bro. It really was.
It was, though. Every day, I tell this to people all the time, bro. Every day was like a movie.
It was a movie, bro.
It was really like a movie. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, we come to school every day, Monday to Friday. Niggas line up to shake our hand. Women line up to give us hugs. Like, you just see me yesterday,
bro.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's the impact that like you had on people's lives and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like all the people you just named, I still run into them or I still see them. It's all love.
Right.
It's always always love. Housey, everybody. Prob, I love Prob. I know Prob since Bayard. DP, his birthday just passed. Yeah, that's my dog.
Yeah.
I love his mom. His mom knows my mom, knows my aunt, all that stuff. So she knew me from a different playing field. You know what I'm saying? So like, shout out to all this, always love. So it was like a brotherhood for real. You know what I'm saying? We all was like from the city. So it was a different type of, it was dope. Bro.
Now, who was your coach? Was it always Shannon?
No, it was, he came my senior year. So it was Benjamin, then it was Rock.
It was
Rock for, I think, a year. And then McCann's came my last year. I wish he would have been there all four, but. You know, can't have everything.
You know, McCann tried to recruit me.
Yeah, I bet he did, bro.
He tried to recruit me my senior year. Shout out to Shannon McCann.
Shout out to you, coach, bro. Shout out to him.
He came, I remember he came, I'll never forget it. It was the end of football season. He kept saying, Benefit, you come, what you doing, yo? We got to spot me. Yeah. I'm like, first of all, I see Dom. Did you play with Shakur?
Oh, yeah, I did.
You did?
My senior year.
Oh, all right, yeah. So I'm looking at Shakur. I'm looking at all of them. I'm like, bro. I'm going over the track. I'm not messing with y'all. Ain't about to embarrass me. But he definitely tried to recruit me.
He
was a good
That's how simple it was with me my freshman year. He's like, yo, I want you to come play football. I said, listen.
You weren't playing.
Yeah, I was like, yo, if I come play football, I'm not going to practice. I'm just going to show up at games. I ain't doing that.
Dope ass wild.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to do.
Busy out there.
Yeah,
goal line?
Yeah, just throw that shit. Just
goal line, bro.
I'm getting that shit.
Yeah, it's I'm sorry. Get out of here, bro. We put Raymar in the game. But so you was definitely one of them. Like, you was definitely one of them in Newark. Like, what's your fondest moment? Hooping.
Damn. Well, for one, let me say that basketball.
I'm warmed up now.
Yeah, you want to? Yeah. Let's get it. So he was like, basketball was a outlet for me. Like, it was an emotional outlet for me, and I wasn't aware of it at the time. I was just putting my passion all into hooping. Like, it went to, like, even though after I practice, we go to school, we practice, we get out of practice like 5:30. I would stay after. Like, and the janitor who we always cool with, he leave the lights on. I stay out there, shoot around, do some drills or whatever I was doing, catch the city bus back to the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was an outlet for me, an emotional outlet, until I learned how to process those emotions as a man. You dig what I'm saying? So one of the fondest moments was, I don't know, I think it just might have been the rapport, like, that I had with the school itself. The quiet kids that didn't speak to people, they spoke to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it made them. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I ain't know everybody's name, but I knew that me saying what's something I might have meant more. It made them day. It made their day. You know what I'm saying? And just that, I just remember. Thought I get a steal or a rebound, the whole gym just stand up. They just like, oh shit, here it comes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about basketball games. At Newark High used to be movies.
Yeah, it used to be movies, bro. It used to be movies.
Like, we used to literally be like, yo, what time you slide into the game? Like, yo, we got we got enough time to go grab something from Main Street. We gonna come. Like, it used to be movies.
Do you know what? My senior year, when we did the senior night, right? You know, I got a big ass family, so it was the cheerleaders, and right next to the cheerleaders was my siblings, my family, just as many cheerleaders as it was, right? I'm in this game turn. Like, I mean, I'm slapping shit off the backboard. I ain't even getting back on. Oh, I'm yelling. Like, boy, just turn at the end, just yelling. I'm talking to my bro, like, yeah, I'm about to turn this shit up. Like, just turn, right? Glasses getting foggy and shit.
It definitely worked out. You was still that damn, man.
I used to float. I needed glasses because I was a pilot. You did?
Yeah. That's a boy. You know, because I was a pilot.
I was a pilot. I hit my little check your ass out skis.
Yeah, you definitely was.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah, man. But it's I think, but for real, I think all that goes to the light that God put in me, bro. Like, it's bigger than ball. You know what I'm saying? It's all about how you affect other people's lives, and I feel like that was an experience that helped me understand what my purpose is today. You know what I mean? So just being able to appreciate those times. A lot of people go through high school, they don't get a chance to enjoy it. I enjoyed every day of high school, man. Every day. You know what I mean? So
that's real shit.
Yeah, and then the brotherhoods, like this one, like we formed from that. You know what I mean? That's real shit. Dog, if I see you on the side of the road changing the tire, I'm pulling over. Even if I ain't talk to you in 2-3 years, bro. If I say, oh, this like Shannon, hey, what's up, baby? You need help? Like, that's bigger than life to me. You know
but that's just you, though.
Yeah, true.
Like, you probably didn't need a hoop to have that.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't need a hoop to have that, but it just added to it.
Yeah, added to it.
I gotta get into these sponsors real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, this episode Out the Mud is being humbly sponsored by my good brothers in Nothing is Something clothing brand. Listen, if you prepare to take off and you prepare to get to that next level in life, you need to have the freshest fit possible. Go cop you a spacesuit right now. It fits like a glove. They look out for all genders, male and female. That green, it goes completely crazy. I done already copped the space gray. It fit like a glove. Nothing is Something clothing brand. Make sure y'all go cop that right now and be prepared to take off. Remember, we always support black. Like, you don't understand. Like, when we talk about, like, Newark sports, like, and, like, if you're anywhere in Delaware, you probably don't hear a lot about Newark now, but from, like, I'm going to say from 08 to 2011, and then even shout out to 2012.
Yeah.
Like, Newark was really on the map. It didn't matter what sport.
Yeah, it was.
And the thing that and again, I'm going to say it again, is like, I didn't come into myself until like my senior year. Like my junior year, I started to kind of get a little bit of buzz, but my senior year is when I came into it. But I just remember, like, always, every time you and I passed each other, you always showed me love. You always like ingratiated yourself with me. And I think about the OGs. I think about you. I think about Sean Thomas. I think about Leroy. I think about Kenny.
Yep. All those people I still talk to today.
I think about Najee. I think about, you know what I'm saying, even Mercedes. Like, all y'all, no matter the class, no matter y'all status. Like, honestly, like, bro, like, you don't, if anybody ever told you, I'm going to tell you, if you were him, like, it was you to me. Like, if I'll put it like this, if I had to give my Mount Rushmore of Newark High School athletes, I would say you for basketball. I would say Leroy for football.
Leroy was a monster.
Leroy, this motherfucker was 5'9". That's like 5'9", 175, something wet. On the team amongst cannons. I'm talking about Kenny, AT. I'm talking about Malcolm Bunch. I'm talking about, like, 8-Bart. Like, I'm talking Sean Thomas. I'm talking Vince. Like, real hitters. Leroy, 5'10", 5'9", soaking wet. Come up to, like, right here, smacking shit.
Yeah, smacking motherfuckers.
Like with a dumbass 20. He was 20. But he was smacking shit. I'm like, how the fuck? And he was one of the first people I met in Newark. And he showed me love from the minute we met each other to the minute he left. It was never no in between.
Absolutely.
So I would say you in basketball. I would say you because just the impact that I think you had on the younger ones, like me. Like, you know, like, you know, the younger, like Elliot and all that. Like, we always was like Raymar. Like when you was around, you know, we made sure we stood up. Like, for real. No, we made sure you know what I'm saying, we came correct because we knew that's the type of respect at least I had.
Absolutely. And I noticed that as well. That's how it should be.
And like for you, I would say Leroy in football. I would say probably in track, I'd give it to Sean or Elliot. You know, Elliot really was doing this thing in track, but I would say Sean just because of the aura and in football too.
Yeah, absolutely. Sean.
And then, you know, out of the women, you know, who would you say? Because I know you went through, like, my class. I mean, obviously Nadia got it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because Nadia was a monster.
She was crazy.
She was a monster.
She was crazy.
Yeah, she was a monster.
Who would you say?
Dang, I can't remember her name. Not Comfort was tough too. It was not her. What was what's her name? What the heck is her? I'm so sorry, and I love you. I swear I do. I have nothing but love for you. I can't remember your name right now. She wore braces. She I think she Muslim now. She was what was her name? Was it Crystal? Damn, though, I can't remember. She was a monster though. What is her name?
Yeah, she ran track.
Yeah, she ran track. I think her pop used to be he wasn't a high jump coach, but he used to give out pointers. Damn, I can't remember her name. Yeah, I can't remember her name, bro.
What class?
She was 08. Nah, she was before me. 08, 09, I think. Something like I don't remember. I can't remember her name. I'm so sorry. Well, I'm gonna remember it like soon as we start recording. But when I'll be like that, it'd be like that, bro. Soon I remember. We met you. My fault. I'm gonna send it to you once I find. But she was a monster, and not even just from the way she was doing, the work that she would put in, bro. Yeah. Like she just being there. Yeah, I can't remember her. I'm trying. Her name starts with a K. I can't think of it right now.
Was it Krishanda? Was it?
No, not Krishanda. Shout out to her. She looked good.
She definitely looked good.
She looked good. Shout out to you. We definitely gonna send you this clip, girl.
You look good and everything. I'm probably
yeah, you look good, girl. Nah, not her. Her name had to be like Crystal or something. I don't know. I'm gonna find it though.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just have to give it to
Nadia.
Nadia.
But Nadia was a beast. Absolutely, she was a beast.
She was true.
She was
that would be my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
That would definitely be my Mount Rushmore. Yeah, NHS, bro. Like, did you ever play? Y'all played at the bar, right?
Yeah, we did. My sophomore year, we lost by 3 in the championship to Caravel.
Yeah, was that the year? What year was DiVincenzo? Because he played at Sally's.
Yeah, he played at Sally. I think he came a little after me. I think.
You older than him?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I definitely think I'm older than him.
Did you play against T-Bob and him?
Yep, I played against T-Bob and him.
I was those matches.
Yeah, that was tough. He was just
shout out to T-Bob.
I still see B-Bob from time to time.
Yeah.
They was just as athletic as I was. You know what I'm saying? My shit was just a little bit more raw. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's what it was. Like, I wasn't the most skilled, but I was the most excited.
Yeah.
Like, no matter where I was, it didn't matter where I was,
bro. I swear you might have been the first. I think you were the first one I seen dunk. And then until Shakur and them came.
Absolutely.
And then I seen them do it. Man, that shit, that team used to be
crazy. I remember, you remember Chambers, right? K's homie. And he used to come in and help.
Yeah.
Right. So when Shakur, shout out to Shakur. I don't know where he at, what he doing.
Yeah, shout out to Shakur, man.
He was 6'7". He's a great. Yeah. He was a monster, right? And Chambers was like, yo, he said, on the backboard, he's like, man, Core can get higher than you. I said, no, Chambers, I don't know if it's crack you smoking or crack you need to be smoking, but ain't no way in hell ain't nobody about to out-jump me. You know what I'm saying? He had a couple inches on me, so he like, dog, I could clearly get above the box. So he do like a little jumping contest. I said, you can't. I still thought he was joking. He go up, I think Corey, he might have got like the top of the backboard. I think he might have, or somewhere close to it. I think that light work clearly got above the box.
Yeah, nah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's towards the end of practice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, come on, don't do that.
I will say this: I do got a bone to pick with you.
Talk to me.
Because I was a high jumper,
yeah.
And at the time I was coming into my own.
Yes, you were.
I was doing a little something clear, like 5'8" at the time. Shout out to Mr. Mooney.
Yeah, shout him out, Mr. Mooney.
So we in practice, and like I'm like the only high jumper. Everybody else long jump, triple jump, running the races and relays. I got high jump on lock.
Yep.
Mr. Mooney come up to me and he like, yeah, you're gonna get a partner today. You know, Mr. Mooney was like, you're gonna get a partner today. I'm like, all right, might be Najee, whatever.
Yeah.
Najee had bounce.
Yeah, he did. He did have bounce.
Like, all right, be cool, Najee.
That's my dog.
Rock out. He like, nah, Wescott. Wescott. I'm like, I don't know one Wescott. Raymar? You talking about the Hooper Raymar? He's like, yeah, he's gonna come down there with you. I said, word. I think I might have jumped like 2 times that whole practice. My dog walked up. I had to get my warm up. Because, as athletes, you got to get your warm up. My dog come in. He started 6 feet. I'm at 5'9" right now, struggling. For my high jumpers, y'all know we got to bend it back. He come up 6 feet. They raising the joint. No J, no nothing. Just... we over there. I said, Mr. Mooney, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and walk on out of here, man. Like I'm gonna take my stuff on the road. Like you really came down the high jump and kind of like you fake embarrassed me.
Yeah, I ain't mean it, bro. I swear to God. This Mooney, same thing like Sam. He was like, yo, try high jump. Or, I want you to come out with track. I'm like, man, I want hoop, man. I was closed minded. If I was like more like how I am now, I would have tried football, I would have did baseball, I would have did track. You know what I'm saying? All that. Why not? Because you're an athlete, bro. And then like you're athletically gifted. You can do anything. Yeah. Oh my God, that's what I'm saying. I would have did all that shit. But it was like, look, he was like, first, he was like, he put the bar, he set the bar at 6. He was like, jump over it. I was like, first, how do you want me to jump over? He said, just jump over it first. All right, light work.
Winning games is very simple instructions.
Simple instruction. All right, 2 feet up and down. That's light work. He said, okay, now I want you to try to jump over it off of 1 foot, but do it like a backwards dunk. I'm like,
reference the basketball.
Yeah, he did. And that's what he did. I went there backwards dunked that motherfucker. Yeah, shout out to Mooney, man. I said, and look, another thing when it comes back to that light is people believe in you. Now, even though they might have different motives, like winning or whatever the case might, they see something in you that's in you already. They trying to bring out that greatness. Like the word education, it means to bring out what's already in you. You know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily mean like how they have us trained to think what education is today, but it's supposed to bring out what's already in you.
Right.
And that's all that they were doing. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them for believing in us. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's a fact.
Yeah,
all the
up.
coaches, man. Shout out to Coach Simps, Coach Mooney. Shout out to Coach McCants, Coach Ben.
Yep. Coach Rock.
The cop. I just seen him.
Oh, yeah.
In Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, I haven't seen him. I don't remember his name. Was it D or something? Or
I don't remember his name. I don't remember his name, but I think it was D. It was Coach D.
Something like that.
Because he had the school, he had the little snacks.
Yeah, he did. Shout him out. Yep. And then what was the other dude? There's another bald head dude. Peterson.
Coach,
yep. Shout out to him. So I went to his church. He always showed me love and respect.
Yeah, he worked at Glasgow now.
Oh, that's what's up.
He asked me, he tried to entice me to come and coach Glasgow.
Yeah, see.
I said, come on, bro.
I can't do that.
I'd be going against the grain.
Hey, shout them out, bro. Shout them out, man.
They was the OG Coach Tyson.
Yeah, Coach Tyson.
Shout out to Coach Tyson. Tyson was always, looking out. But moving forward, man, like, you mentioned something. Now you stepping in the role of, you talked about how important your pop is. You're a father now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
absolutely. Boy and girl.
Yep, boy and girl.
Walk me through that. Like, you ain't got to go into, like, how it happened. We know that.
Yeah.
But, like, now that you stepped in that lane, like, how was that experience?
I feel like it's part of my purpose, bro. I feel like for one, shout out to my pop, because he got 12 kids. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. So just think about taking care of 12 other people. That's real. I call my pop every week, let him know this, bro. I love you. My mom too. I love you and I'm thankful for you. But when I had my daughter, I understood how important. I had my daughter first. I understood how important it is for a man and a daughter to have a relationship. And you know what I'm saying? I always kind of been, kind of quote unquote like a ladies' man. So I always knew how to treat women. But now with my daughter, I got to learn how to meet her in the middle with her emotions and stuff like that. And then growing up, how we grew up, like, it kind of teaches you to keep on trucking and do shit. You know what I'm saying? So as you go and do things, you don't necessarily process them. You just like, all right, that happened. I'm going to keep on trucking.
Right.
My daughter, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So she like, my world is ending right now and you better meet me like right now. You know what I'm saying? So my daughter will be 8 this year. Man, I learned so much from her. You know what I'm saying? So, and then my son, he's still young, barely new. I'm looking forward to pouring into him the same way. You know what I'm saying? So, like, God knew what he was doing. Like, when I felt so prepared having kids. Like, I ain't feel like, damn, like, my life is over. I travel more after I had my daughter. You know what I'm saying? It's all about balance, bro. Wow. It's not like,
talk about it though.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
You said, travel more after you have a kid.
I sure did.
Should be the opposite.
Yeah, right? But people don't listen to society. They tell you that parenting is hard. For the most people, the most difficult thing is dealing with the other person. The parenting part, as long as you're aware of yourself and you're healed, like, it's not hard at all, bro. It's not hard at all. And I tell people all the time, if you're a good person, you should probably have kids, because there's already enough people in the world that it's people who have kids. They have custody of their kids, but they don't take care of them. You dig what I'm saying? Like, you have to take care of them. So like, and shout out to my daughter and her mother as well. But I have full custody of my daughter or whatever, and I went to court. She had a lawyer. We went to court together, whooped the lawyer's ass, got full custody. Daughter been with me ever since. You know what I mean? She see her mom whenever she wants to. There's no like bad blood or anything, but that's why I wanted custody, because I knew that I was going to be fair regardless of what was going on.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So, like, and I felt like my daughter deserved me to fight, and I think that's what it is. A lot of men don't fight. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you right, and then that's like along that point is like kind of why I felt like, yo, this is like necessary time. Like, any time for me to do it, it'd be now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because just the mental space I'm in.
Yeah.
Like the fact that when we talk about being in high school, like if you did it in high school, you'd be shook because you'd be like, oh my God, like I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. Like, and that's where they run because you thinking with the wrong head essentially. But like the way you broke it down about like, it ain't really about you, it's about dealing with the other party. Like that was deep because I think to me, I feel like that's kind of that's why I don't have kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you ain't trying to have kids with the wrong person.
You're not trying to. And I honestly feel, I said this before, I feel like whoever I took seriously, you know what I mean? We have fun or whatever, but any girl that I took seriously in any capacity, I feel like it could have been something if that's what I really wanted.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I didn't. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's bro, yeah, you're right, man. it's a blessing.
Wow.
It's a blessing because you have the right mind. My intentions are always in the right place.
Right.
You do, like growing up. All right, so growing up in the city, if a dude get in your face, right? So the way I'm thinking about it is, I have to hit you because I don't know your intentions.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not always like a violent person, but my environment was violent, so I know how to respond to violence.
Right.
So if you get in my face, I'm gonna hit you because I don't know your intentions. You dig what I'm saying? So you learn your surroundings, and then you learn to master them and things like that. So like with these decisions, as far as like having kids, I'm thinking like, all right, so it's probably best for me to file for custody. It's best for me to make these decisions for my daughter because it's best for her. It's not about me. You dig what I'm saying? So. Yeah, man, it's been a journey, a good one though. You know what I'm saying?
What you learned about yourself?
Oh, I learned a lot. I learned that what I mentioned a little bit earlier about not processing things, it only hurts me. And like my mama passed when I was in high school, I ain't really process it because you know what I'm saying. Because like my heart, I feel that. You know what I'm saying. I feel that, but like I never really processed them. It's like, damn, it hurts not to see my mama no more. But damn, I got school tomorrow,
right? Or
I got, you know what I'm saying. Like you just get right back, and I didn't process it probably till later, probably after high school for real. So what my daughter taught me is when you're going through something, allow yourself to feel it, whether it's anger, sadness, happiness. Allow yourself to feel it. Like don't brush those feelings under the rug because you're gonna have to process them one way or another, whether you aware that you're processing them or you're not aware. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, yo, my daughter ain't say, yo, you gotta handle these things, but that's what she taught me.
So your daughter's older?
Yeah, my daughter's 7.
When you gonna have to talk?
Well, society today is a little different. So I'm probably gonna have a little bit sooner than I want to. You know what I mean? But
she's gonna be very respectful.
Yeah, very respectful.
Shout out to Nisi.
Yeah.
You already know I'm on you now. So Pops, he gonna be on you. And
absolutely,
I'm gonna be right there following.
Yeah, absolutely. And dog, she act just like me, bro. Just like me. Look, I see her. Like I go to all her school events, bingo, Girl Scout, wherever she has, I'm there. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love doing it. I love being a father. So I'm there. And then like, her school experience is her first experience outside of me. Like anybody else she met, like family and friends, she met them through me. School, they only know Rim. Wow. Her name is Remedy, right? So it's only right. It's only right, right? Yeah, it's only right. I see her in school.
That makes so much sense.
Come on now, brother.
Like when you know somebody, that name makes so much sense. That's like the perfect name for her. Look, that's like my daughter named Sideline. Yeah, perfect. It just makes sense.
It makes sense, bro. And I see her.
I would never name my daughter Sideline.
She's working, like she's talking to all the teachers, love her, smart as hell. They was talking about kindergarten. They was talking about skipping her. I think because I had my daughter writing and reading when she was 3. You know what I'm saying? Like I poured into my daughter. You dig what I'm saying? The way that you're supposed to pour, like I mentioned a little earlier, how you pour into relationships that matter, you got to pour into them.
Wow.
The teachers love her, students love her, all that stuff, bro. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
So I definitely want to ask you this question now because I was gonna, like I had an itinerary, but this was kind of like down and towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
But since we on the subject, I feel like we should get into it now. With things going on around us, like, I've started to tap in a lot more on the political side of things, and like I've tapped in a lot more on like politics and in general, like with like things that's involving like 401ks, taxes, beyond like the next generation,
right,
things that are being stripped from us, potentially could be stripped from us, how pensions aren't a thing no more, how 401k, Social Security. But now that you're on the subject, I really want to ask you this, being a father, like, bro, with all these, like, and I'm not trying to make, like, put any other thoughts in your mind if you ever thought about it, but I feel like it's just a question that I got to ask you.
Of course.
Like, we all just witnessed the whole thing that happened in, I think it was Nashville, in Tennessee, the shootings.
Mm-hmm.
And that, we can go even farther, we can go backwards, with the one that happened in, Sandy Hook.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to pronounce the other city. Uvalde, whatever.
I know what you're talking about, though.
But, and again, our condolences to everybody that lost somebody to a mass shooting, especially a young individual.
Absolutely.
Like, as a father, do you think about shit like that when you send your daughter to school?
Dog, I'm a multi-dimensional thinker. I can't not think about those things. Like, it sucks sometimes. I think about the best case scenario and I think about the worst case scenario. Every time my daughter's not in my care, I feel like the safest place for her to be is with me,
you.
right? You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we got responsibilities and stuff.
Right.
I think about it all the time. Look, when my daughter was born, I was there. I'm like, I was holding the leg, seeing her come out, all that stuff, grabbed her, cut their umbilical, all that stuff, right? And they cleaned her off, they gave her to me. I mean, everybody in the room closed their eyes and bowed their head. We about to pray. We all prayed. And one thing that I remember saying vividly, like, God, I want you to protect her 10 times more than you protected me. Because I was living in the valley of the shadow of death. Now, if I keep my daughter outside of that, I feel like she's going to be prepared. Now, of course, it sucks hearing things like that. And then, like, dog, and so I'm so evolved and like in tune with my emotions, like now that like when I hear things like that, sometimes it makes me cry because I can just imagine losing my daughter the same way. You know what I'm saying? It's scary. It's quite scary. Like you know what I mean? But the same way that I was ripping and running, like growing up in more dangerous situations, I just pray that God just protect her the same way. You know what I mean? And then, you know, God pulls through for us. So like I would be foolish to doubt him. You know what I mean? So that's the best you can do. You know what I'm saying? In those type of situations. You know what I mean? Like it's really sucked, but
yeah, bro. Because I'm like, I think about it too, and I even think about like with your kids now, or your child now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your daughter, like JR's kids, my homies' kids.
Yeah.
Like I don't have kids, but like I feel like your kids is my kids.
Absolutely.
Like Uncle Benny, you can come over to Uncle Benny's crib, we can kick it, we can do whatever. Like I want to be that resource and that outlet, but it is scary, bro. Because like we grew up, bro. How many times we be out running, ripping around the streets 12, 1 o'clock at night without a care in the world,
bro.
Without even like thinking like, yo, like nothing, something can happen. Like somebody, we growing up in town,
in the city. Like and then it's crazy because, like, dog. I remember shout out to my dog Naj. Let me just say this about him. He's like, I feel like in my past life, if I was a king of my kingdom, that nigga was right next to me. I feel like God was like, yo, you can't live without this dude. You know what I'm saying? He like the eighth brother I never had. You know what I'm saying? Right. But he understands me. He gets me. My biggest motivator, high school, everything outside of that. Like he just like, yo, one more suicide, one more drill, like one more line, like one more whatever, you know what I mean? As far as like writing and stuff, like, yo, you can do this, bro. I believe in you. You got it, like pushing you, like to the point, like it annoys you. Like, oh, don't get the hell out of my face. Yeah. Enough's enough. I don't want to do no more. So like, but shout out to him because we would walk east, west, north, south, whatever, get into fights. People was getting shot and killed every day. It never happened to us. Like we would fight somebody, we see them again, they show love. And to me, I was like, damn, that's grace. You did what I'm saying? Like sometimes you could fight somebody 10 years ago and they'll just hate you the rest of their life. But somebody to see me and show respect, like that's all God. You did what I'm saying. It's also about how you carry yourself too. But like, you know what I mean? So like, and just like what you just said, we going through those things, man. It's God, bro. It's God, bro. It's nothing but God.
Yeah, man.
It's nothing but God.
You definitely, I mean, it take a village for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
It definitely take a village for sure. Absolutely. So like, you got plenty of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, and that's another thing I appreciate about you too, is like, you don't shy away from building a connection.
Absolutely not.
Like, and I think that's super rare.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me look. Got a bunch of theories and metaphors and stuff. So look, so we both everybody has their own individual movie, right? You seen The Matrix, right? The first one. Like, you remember the Oracle. You remember how important it was for Neo to meet the Oracle, right? So the Oracle only played a minor part in the movie, but her part was very major as far as like the influence of the movie. You dig what I'm saying? So like if you have your own movie and you're in the midst of your movie and I have a small part, whether it's just one scene, I make sure that whatever that scene is important.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Because it could be so vital to you and your growth. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I ran into this person once, but he told me to do this and it changed my life. You dig what I'm saying? So I understand the awareness of the parts I play in other people's lives. I feel like when I cross paths with people, it's a reason why I do. You know, it's not just passing people in it. Like, even if like homies we got that we ain't cool with no more, that's okay. I still love you.
Right.
You know, if I see you on the side of the road, you got a flat tire, I might stop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think about it.
Yeah,
who you are. You know what I'm saying? But my attention is in the right place. Right. You know what I'm saying? So like when it's time to meet new people and things like that, man, it might be important for us to be in each other's life. You know what I mean?
So then let me ask you this, bro. What's your greatest achievement so far?
Ooh. Man, that's a good one, bro. And most people say kids. Kids are a great achievement, but anybody can have a child. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
I'm grateful for them. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I think my greatest achievement is the influence that I leave in people's life, bro. Like it makes a difference, man. Like I just want it to be like, I feel like God forbid, but if God come to me tonight, like, look, dog, I need you up here. It's time for you to go. But before you go, how you feel like you live? You know what I'm saying? I feel like I live the right way, because when I encounter people, I leave them better than I met them. That to me is more important. Like, so, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think about Benjamin Button. And I feel like, his a little bit different. But whoever encountered Benjamin Button in their life, they will always remember him because of what he had. Like, whether he was older, getting younger, or whatever. I feel like it's the same way, but it's our spirit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I met Benfield whenever I met him, but he was a good dude, though. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's, to me, that's the biggest accomplishment, because those people pass those stories down to their family. You know what I'm saying? So I could have, not you per se, but you could alter somebody's life in a better way, and it changes his life, his family life, his, you know what I mean, so on and so forth. Right. I feel like that's more important. Relationships are really, really important in life, because, like you said, it takes a village, and not just to raise a child, but to also, a small example, like if you carrying something up the steps, not that you can't do it, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? I know that you can do it, but if I see you, yo, you need help, let me grab the other side. Why not? It makes it easier. You dig what I'm saying? It's the concept. And I preach this to everybody that's in my tribe. Like, if you can help somebody in any type of way, do it, bro. Do it. You know what I mean? So I think that would be the greatest accomplishment, because it makes life easier on myself. It makes life easier on the next person. Right. And hopefully they extend that to the next person, and so on and so forth. You dig? You know what I'm saying?
So I caught a theme in this time we spent together.
Absolutely.
You focus on the exterior.
Yeah.
More than yourself.
Absolutely.
So my question to you is, what's one thing you feel like you still could work on?
That's a great question. I can be I grade hard. You dig what I'm saying? Like,
explain it.
All right. So, like, if you're in my life in any capacity, dog, I expect the best out of you. I don't give a fuck what you have to heal from, what you've been through that got you to this point. Like, look, man, like, my mom and dad ain't show me no love. I don't know how to, okay, but you're aware of this now. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, I expect the best out of you. And sometimes that can be hard on people. I understand
it. It can be very hard.
You know, because a lot of people don't know how to
they can resist it.
They can resist it. A lot of people don't know how to take accountability. They lack discernment. They lack self-awareness. So when you run into somebody like myself,
right,
like, yo,
it's intimidating.
It's intimidating. Like, what I was talking to this girl. She reached out to me. She's like, yo, life wasn't going well. Like, I'm thinking about, like, killing myself. I'm like, damn, I'm sorry to hear that. You know what I mean? You're a beautiful person inside and out. I'm really sorry to hear that. You know what I mean? I was like, but do you feel like life is hard? When I asked her, she was like, yeah, life is hard. She went on to tell me everything that was going on. I'm like, okay. So if you kill yourself, how much harder do you think your child's life going to be? You know what I mean? She just got silent. And I was like, look, I love everybody, but I'm not the person you don't turn to me for stuff like that, because I'm thinking about the people that's dependent on you. You dig what I'm saying? Like, the child never asked to be here. You dig what I'm saying? So, like, I make people accountable. Like, and shit, that's the only thing that's the only constant complaint that I get. Like, this motherfucker hard on me, but it's because I care. You dig what I'm saying? It's because I care. Right. You know what I mean? So I think that would be it. I'm not going to change it, but that's the only thing that people constantly complain. Like, this motherfucker hard on me.
So that's what's crazy too, is like you said that, because I'm on, like, so you know I coach.
Yes, absolutely, I know.
One thing that I always said about coaching is, and it was the singular greatest blessing for me, because it made me always reinvent myself daily. It made me reinvent myself daily. It made me always want to be that 1% better, and that's my challenge to anybody. It's just be 1% better. That's not a hard ass. That's the easiest thing you can ask anybody. I said that to my players. Yep. I said that to myself, family, you, anybody. Like, be 1% better, and I'm always preaching that.
Right.
And the one thing I always preach, and not preach, but the one thing I always appreciated about coaching was that you could not be complacent.
Absolutely.
Because the same way you talked about that you expected something from somebody, you had expectations. It's like, well, they see that in you now. Yeah, so, like, now you ain't bringing that shit to them. Well, you talking about that
exactly, and that's the best part. Like, you can't say that to me. You know what I'm saying? You can't say. So I wouldn't ask you to do something that I would. Look, this is a story about Tim Duncan, right? And it was like, Tim Duncan treated everybody else like the star, like, even though he was like the star of his winning teams and stuff like that, because he knew that he couldn't do it without everybody else. You dig what I'm saying? Like, that I see who I am today, like the peace that I have in my life, the peace that's in my heart, the grace that I have in my heart and my mind and my spirit. I want everybody to experience this.
Right.
So like, if you like the journey, like I've had uncomfortable conversations with my mom, my pop, my brothers and sisters and stuff like that, because I know how important that is to growth. Right. I want you to do the same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I know what's on the other side of that. Right. I would never ask you to do something that I wouldn't do myself. You know what I mean? And even if I give you some type of advice and it's incorrect and you end up going down the wrong way, nigga, I'm gonna come get you. Mm-hmm. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I'm with you all the way. Right. Like, as long as you listening and you dig what I'm saying. So you're right though. Like, it's the same thing, man.
So one thing we touched on the hooping. Mm-hmm. We touched on your background. We touched on, your influence on others. Let's get into this music.
Mm-hmm. Let's get into it.
Yo, you've always been about your music,
bro.
Absolutely. You be rapping, like you be spitting, you be doing music, bro. Like, where did that came from? By the way, you can follow Raymar on Spotify. He got a couple songs on. I ain't gonna lie, that Amen.
Oh yeah,
that Amen. I definitely tapped into that one.
Yeah, I that came from the heart.
Yeah,
that, man.
You went in on that one. I ain't gonna lie to you. So where did that like? Have you always been about your music? Like,
absolutely, family? Absolutely. My pop grew up in the basement. We had a bunch of crates filled with records. Loved it. I used to watch like Ed Sullivan shows and stuff like that. Rewinding like tapes and stuff like that, because I've always appreciated the art. Like back in the day, 50s, 60s, 70s, it wasn't like no machines or nothing. So the songs that you hear from that time, that was one tape. I mean, they might have messed up a couple times, but they had to do the whole thing over. They ain't stopping punching in like that. I appreciated the art because I know how much time and effort and creativity goes into that. Dig what I'm saying? So my whole life, man, my whole family love music, bro. It's in me, like,
definitely about your music.
Yeah, like it's in me.
Do you consider, like, is it a hobby? Or you trying to like really go somewhere?
Nah, it's a creative outlet. That's what it is. Creative outlet. What comes from it comes from it. I'm no fool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
yeah, I'm no fool.
Bro, like, you want
yeah, I'm there. You know? Right. But it's a creative outlet, bro. It's like a diary. Look, Amen. Look, it's a prayer almost. You know what I'm saying? They're doing like, dear God, I apologize for making it hard to harmonize. These tears of anger was, dog. I remember writing it. Touched my heart, bro. I cried writing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it was coming from a vulnerable place. Right. It wasn't just, and you know how you know me, so I ain't talking about girls and money and nothing. I'm talking about stuff that really matters, bro. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's about. You know what I mean? So. It's in me. It's braided in my DNA.
So I'm gonna ask this question and then I'm gonna flip it and I'm gonna ask a question pertaining to the athletic side. But I'll ask this one first.
Okay.
You gotta make a beat.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have somebody make a beat.
Okay.
You gotta have somebody do the intro. You gotta have somebody do your hook, and you gotta have somebody to finish.
Mm-hmm. Any artist?
Any artist, producer, who you got?
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good ass question. You should have texted me this before I came.
On the spot, you know what I'm saying?
I like it.
We just make sure we got to put you on the spot sometimes.
All the time. I agree. I like that. So who's gonna make the beat? I might have to go with Kanye. I think because he always got a lot of soul. We got a lot of samples. We got a lot of soul in his joint. Shout out to my girl Gab. She loves Kanye. He make the beat. I'm probably gonna need the intro as far as like. I might want 50 on it on the intro. 50, you know what I'm saying? Come on with some, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not getting into the rap, but then I probably want somebody like Nas or Cole.
Man, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Nas is
or Andre 3000 or something to grace it. You know what I'm saying? To grace it. You know what I mean?
Like it's an old school joint?
Yeah, it's an old school vibe. The hook, shit, 3000 can do the hook too, man. You know what I'm saying? I need it. I can't bump it if I don't feel it.
So you don't fuck with these new rappers?
Nah, I do. I like some of them. I like some of them. Like, so to me, sometimes listening to music is like having a conversation. And like, I don't want to have a conversation with Future. He make bangers. I ain't taking nothing from him. He definitely make bangers. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, but when I'm in the crib, I don't want to. I talk to Cole. Should I even talk to Drake? Talk to Big Sean. You know what I'm saying? I love to talk Nas and Jay. They're the older ones, but from like today, Lil Baby got a nice sound too. Like, so I'm tuned into music. I love it. You know what I'm saying? But if I want to have a conversation with you, you know what I'm saying? I ain't about to have a conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you ain't messing with you ain't really reviving with Dirt. You're not vibing.
Dirt got a nice sound. Meek got a nice sound, but it's just not for me.
It's not for me. I feel it.
I mean, not for me.
you definitely got that kind of like I see the old school.
Yeah,
you know
old,
what I mean?
straight old school.
I vibe with old school.
Yeah, me
Nas
too.
to me is my favorite.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite too,
That's
bro.
my go.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I could definitely when you say sit down like Hov.
Yep.
You know,
Kendrick too.
Kendrick.
I'm tripping.
I definitely love
Kendrick.
I love to sit down with Drake.
Yeah, me too. I love Drake, bro.
Like Drake, intellectually though. Like,
Yeah.
smart guys.
Yes.
Like I would definitely want to sit down with those guys.
Absolutely.
And break bread.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm gonna flip it
Mm-hmm.
and give me your starting five all time. Since you were Hooper, like
Yeah,
give me your
definitely.
starting five.
I like that one too. We taking out like injuries and stuff too.
Yeah.
All right, so Derrick Rose gonna be my starting point. If he, 100% healthy, I'm taking Rose, man.
Well, it's tough.
He was tough. You couldn't do nothing about him.
Couldn't do nothing with
You couldn't do nothing about him.
Rose?
Yeah, you can't do nothing about him. I remember watching like this is crazy. Like he was on a whole nother level. And then of course I got Mike at the 2, just because I studied Mike. Like I'm not. That's like with music, anything that I'm involved with, I study it. Like I'm a student of life. Like I'm not just like passing through. Like I'm here to learn and absorb as much as I can.
Right.
Mike, he played the game the right way. He did what I'm saying. So Rose, Mike, LeBron. I love LeBron too. Like if I'm Mike 1A, LeBron 2. You know what I'm saying? 1B. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta respect it. Rose, Mike, Brian, and power forward. You know who I love? I love KG, man.
Yo, I was thinking KG.
I love KG.
Literally, the first thing I thought about was KG.
I love KG. Like, and I love Barkley too. He'd be like honorable mention, but KG, he can do a little bit of everything, but he bring that intensity defensive wise. You need that.
He gonna hold your ass accountable.
And that's what niggas need. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna hold your ass
You
accountable.
gonna need that.
You ever had to spaz on a teammate? You ever had to check a teammate?
In game, like you know what I'm saying, like in game.
Who's
and then
check?
That's a good ass question.
Because you played with a lot of cannons.
A lot of shit. Yeah, I sure did. I sure did. And it wasn't even like I wasn't even really like spazzing on him. You know, Cam, my dog.
Mitchell?
Yeah, Cam Mitchell. My dog.
He hooped?
Yeah, he hooped. Yeah, he hooped before I think he got hurt.
He did get hurt.
He got hurt. But I ain't mean. Yeah, I think so. But he's my dog. Like he was like my D. If I was Brian, like he was like my weight. Because if I miss a shot, like I swear he was just always there, right? But the game had my adrenaline rushing, so I was like yelling at him. I didn't mean to yell. I think he like missed like an easy ass shot. Right. It mattered. The game was close. Like, what the fuck you doing, dog? Yeah. Like we don't got time to be missing a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this, taking a shot. It didn't matter. You know, Cam talk quick and to the point. Say, yo, Wes is slipped or something like that.
Yo, Cam, don't funny things say that. Cam funny as shit. Yeah. I remember Cam. So Cam played defense, right? Mm-hmm. And it was my junior year.
Yeah. Cam was bad.
And he was a receiver at first. And like I remember we was playing Avon Cam, if you watch it, you're gonna remember this. You might remember that.
Shout out to my guy. I'm sure they got good memory.
Mm-hmm. So Cam missed a tackle. And it was so funny you started talking like that because that's exactly right. So real quick, it comes something like, I ain't know where he was going. I went out there and somebody supposed to be here. He was over there. I just made a tackle. I'm like, Cam. Don't miss that shit. I was a junior, so I'm like, nah, bro, like, see, you a junior, so you got a little rank. Yeah, I can. Don't miss that tackle no more, bro. Yeah, nah, but if you're all right, I got you, bro. Yeah, I got you, bro.
That's it. Shout out to my dog, Cam. That's my dog, man.
It was like that.
My center would probably.
He was tough before the injury, though.
Yeah, he was. Cam was he got long ass arms. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll be playing like outside of like that, where like we'll be playing basketball. Nigga, like he would pluck me, not all the time, but like I got long ass arms, so I'm dribbling like it's hard. Nigga just popped up. It was like
you never got plucked.
Yeah, I'm sure I did, but not continuous.
Not consistent.
They might want to lock me down, but he plucked that shit or whatever. Cam was yeah.
Fuck that nigga too. That shit.
Yeah, Cam he had good hands because he was a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? So he was really quick with all that. My center would probably be Wilt for real. I fuck with Wilt. Like Wilt was a monster. Like not even just strength and athlete. Like, he did everything. He was fast, all that stuff, man. Wilt was the guy. And with KG next to him, I feel like he would have put that right mentality in. Yeah, it would have been Wilt. So yeah, it would be Wilt.
Man, so look, I keep these Jones. I try to keep these like 45 minutes. But we at an hour now. which I knew was going to happen.
Yeah, I know what's going to happen too.
But I'll say this, and I'll just as we begin to close, I'll say this is like, you for me again, to have somebody in my life like you that can be of a big brother, that can be, a servant to me, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's just the little things like shouting out the page, shouting out the podcast. I mean, none of that ever goes unnoticed.
Absolutely.
And everybody that you ever associate with that's going to watch this, they probably all going to say the same shit. But, like, bro, honestly, like, I'm just proud of you.
Thank you, bro.
Proud of everything you've done, everything you've accomplished. And I know you're not satisfied with it.
Absolutely.
Like, I know you're not satisfied with it. I know there's still more out there that you're trying to get.
Absolutely.
And like I said, the only thing I could say to you is that it's cool to, and I'm learning this too, so I'm talking to myself. It's cool to sit back, and that's what this is about. Like, it's about reflection and elevation.
Absolutely.
It's cool to sit back and smell the flowers of the stuff that you've accomplished.
Absolutely, I agree.
To be a 32-year-old father of two, to be well known, to go anywhere and get instant respect.
Absolutely.
To be in this small confinement of a state, but to have the type of rapport that you have with people. I mean, like I said, bro, I just am appreciative of the fact that you was able to do this and give me the opportunity to give you your flowers.
I appreciate that, bro. I really do.
You really are, like, when I say a real one, like, you are the definition of a real one.
Right. I appreciate that, bro.
Like, the true definition. And I just, you know what I'm saying, everything that you've done, being the first person that I've seen dunk, you know what I'm saying, I don't know how much more you got in the tank. I don't know if you're trying to make one more run.
Yeah, that's still something there, bro.
Yeah, I know that for me. I got a third down for your ass. Call me in on third down. I get you the first. I'm out of there. But
it's still effective, though.
It's still effective. We'll get you the first down. Let's get me out of there, Simps.
I remember. I don't know if you remember, but one time we was at Docklands. You remember? We ran into each other.
Yeah, and it was it was just love.
Oh, love, bro. And then like it was we always run into each other. You know what I'm saying? But like that time we had some time. Like we spent like some time. I mean, you was a little turn. I was a little turn too. But he was a little turn. Yeah. He was like, "Yo, what's up, baby?"
I was happy to see you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to say. He's like, "Yo, let's take a shot, man. I love you, bro. I always looked up to all this." And then like that's an open space. That's vulnerability that a lot of people don't have. Yeah. And then like people have this concept of what an alpha male is, and they think of somebody that's overly masculine and things like that. But that's not really what an alpha male is. Right. An alpha male is somebody who's in tune with the feminine side and the masculine side that makes everybody, men and female, feel comfortable with who they are. Feel comfortable with pouring into you because they know you're going to receive it and pour it back into them. You do what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just want to say that my heart is open, man, and I appreciate you, this platform that you're doing. I'm really proud of you as well, and it means a lot to me because, like in life, more people leave than there are that stay. You dig what I'm saying? So, I value you. I appreciate you. Whenever you need a brother, man, you call me, man. No matter what it is, man.
No,
that's life, bro. It's gonna always be that way. Nothing gonna change that. Nothing. And then another thing, just before we bounce, is allow yourself to feel. You do what I'm saying. Allow yourself to feel in any capacity, no matter what it is. You do what I'm saying. Like, if though you sad or something, allow yourself to be sad. Don't allow it to stop your progress. Allow yourself to feel that emotion because everything that go in has got to come out of us. You do what I'm saying. Whether it's food, water, emotion, dog. Anything that's in you, it gotta come out. Allow yourself to feel. If it's anger, allow yourself to feel it. Don't damage anything. Allow yourself to feel it. Process it. Why I'm feeling this way? What got me feeling this way? And the same thing with happiness. You dig? Like, niggas can have bad days, and it can mess up their whole week. Why can't you have a good day and then set up your whole week to have a good? You know what I'm saying? Have a good week.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Like, too much.
Exactly. Right. You ask somebody about their earliest memory, it might be a bad memory. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why it might be a bad memory because you had more good days than you had bad days. So the bad days stand out a little bit more. You know what I mean? But people, they tend to overlook that. So that's it, brother, man. Of course, man, always got love for you, man. Always got love for you and anybody else that we encounter. You know, it's gonna always be love. If you ever hear somebody ever say that, Raymar ain't show love to me or they lying.
Big cabin.
Yeah, they lying like a motherfucker.
That's big cat.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's super cat.
Super. It's not true. It's not true. I ain't got no hate in my blood, man, because there's enough love for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So the niggas is lying. You know what I'm saying? They lying. Absolutely.
Where can they find you at, man? What's the platform,
Quite
social
simple,
media?
Man, Mr. Wescott. You know what I mean? Mr. Wescott when I'm handling business, which is all the time. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Raymar Wescott on Facebook. Man, Spotify, Raymar Wescott. Apple Music, Raymar Wescott. Black Planet, Raymar. No, I'm just joking. But
Yo, he said Black Planet. Nah. Tinder, Raymar Wescott.
Raymar Wescott, baby.
Yeah, drop them sponsors too.
Yeah.
Black Planet.
Yeah,
we
come
get
on
that
now.
free shout out.
Y'all need us now. What's up, man? Ain't nobody on you. You need that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it's all about. Like, when it's all said and done, like when my tombstone is in the ground or in the kingdom, wherever it is I'm going to be buried, it's going to say that this brother loved and this brother lived. And that's more important than anything to me, man.
This brother loved, this brother lived.
This brother loved, this brother lived. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's deep. And he got me smoking these cigars.
Hey, we bosses,
like
man.
some old head.
Yeah, we some old head.
You know what I mean?
We on the porch, like.
We on the porch chilling.
We on the porch, man.
Again, man, OTM, the first live episode.
I'm honored, bro.
First live episode of the new season, man.
Absolutely.
Love is always love. I'm going to say it again. I love you, my brother.
I love you too, brother.
Say it on camera. I say it off camera.
I appreciate it. You sure do.
And, you know, we always just going to continue to build, man. That's what we can do on any platform you got.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts you're thinking right now that you ain't putting in motion, it's April. You're running out of time.
Absolutely.
So it's time to get to it.
Absolutely.
You see me doing what we got to do to make it happen, and you do it with good people around you. Absolutely. It takes a village. I hope y'all caught some of this.
I hope so. All right, one more message, then I'm going to go.
Do your thing.
So shout out to Norwood. Shout out to Norwood.
Oh, shout out to Norwood.
Shout out to Norwood. Norwood, my dog.
Shout out to Norwood.
He was one of the best running back I seen, like in person.
Yeah.
Like, not on TV. I tell him this all the time, but I said this.
I tagged with him. That was the greatest moment of my life. Like, be Norwood. I tackled your ass in practice, nigga. I'm standing on that.
All right,
go ahead.
No, you know, bro.
That's how much of a legend
he is, bro. I give him his flowers all the time. When somebody wants to bring you in something that they're doing, like they believe in you enough to make you a part of their dream, that's so, like, I don't know nothing that's more powerful than that. You dig what I'm saying? Like, look, I got this movement going. I want you a part of it, any capacity, bro. So again, I just want to say to you, thank you, brother. Thank you, man. You know, you got my support 100%. You know, and then some, anything you need from me, like, you know what I mean? Like, keep grinding, keep your head up, bro. Keep God first, bro. And you ever need to like talk about shit that matters, all that shit, dog, I'm here. I'm that friend. Like, I might not call you or text you every day. Like, yo, man, how you day? That's not me. You dig what I'm saying? When you going through shit, you feel like life heavy. Like, let me call this nigga real fast. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even necessarily got to talk. Soon as I see you, I'm like, oh, here go my dog. What's up, my brother? How you feeling? You know? And already you just like, damn, I'm glad I called this guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's bigger. The Temptation, the movie, it taught me that a lot of people don't know how to be a part of something that's bigger than themselves. You dig what I'm saying? So brotherhood, like with you and my blood brothers and then the other people, Naj, and Sean and Mir, all them, Norwood, it's bigger than us as individuals. Because together we can change the world. You dig? So.
That's a fact. Kevin Hart said some shit too. I don't know if you've seen it on the podcast. He said it's boring to get money alone. Because if you get money alone, who you got to share it with?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's your homies real. Ain't eating. When it's time to bust a move, they can't go.
That's real.
It's terrible making money alone.
I agree, bro.
So why not make it together?
Why not make it together, bro?
Yeah. I mean, you got some more gems because this we could keep. You know what I'm saying?
I got a whole bunch, bro.
Yeah, we got to part two this thing. We'll get out of here. OTM the podcast.
Absolutely, yo.
Bro.
Yo, I love you too, bro.
Everything I love.
Absolutely, bro.
Dog for life.
For life, bro. It never changed.
Continue to follow.
Please
subscribe. Gems is gems, and it's free game. They don't cost shit.
Don't cost shit, bro.
We out of here.
Right. Peace.